Hey guys, long time no see. We're here to answer your questions regarding the revisit of the Black Dahlia case.
That's right. Not really a postmortem, sort of like a...
It's just hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
Yeah.
H with the B's.
Cracking
Here
open a
to
cold
A
one.
your Q's. So this was a special little one-off episode, and boy was it a blast.
We didn't get any FaceTime with Chris Pine.
Unfortunately.
Much to the chagrin of my mom, who is a big Pine head. And I was saying...
Oh, no. She's a pine nut. That's what his fan base has to call it.
That is pine nuts. That's, oh my god, that's so
yes,
good. Send word to Chris Pine.
Yeah,
send a raven.
Tweet at Chris.
He doesn't have a Twitter.
Send him a letter in the mail.
Get him a raven,
Yeah.
All right. This is from xgabba.x on Instagram. These are all from Instagram, by the way.
Yeah.
The world needs to know, who's your favorite Chris? I'll let you take the first stab at this.
Now, I thought long and hard about this.
He did.
I was pulling my hair out over here because you got the big Chris's.
Yeah, but
there's the league of Chris's.
Too many Chris's.
You got your Pine, your Pratt, your Evans.
Yeah, Chris Evans.
Is there another one I'm missing?
Hemsworth.
Hemi. I'm gonna zag here. You know what? Maybe he's looking a little decrepit lately. I'm still gonna go with Walken.
Oh,
yeah,
Chris Walken.
Yeah.
That was another Chris enters the fray.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I think that's good. I'm gonna go with. Oh boy,
Martin.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Coldplay. I think I'm gonna go. This is tough. It's between Hemsworth and
Plummer.
Oh man, that's tough because I really do enjoy Chris Pine in the Star Trek films.
He is good,
but I also love Chris Pratt in Parks and Rec.
Yeah, and he is.
No,
he is in your beloved Jurassic World.
I don't love Jurassic World. I thought it was.
I know you love the Fallen Kingdom.
It was good
more.
popcorn fare. It was a perfect.
Show him your Fallen Kingdom tattoo.
I don't have a Fallen
Kingdom. Show him your blue tattoo.
Tattoos. No tats on this.
You got Blue the Raptor
all natural.
Pull back, Blue the Raptor.
I'm gonna go Hemsworth.
You going Hemi?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Hemsworth.
Hemi's got good comedic chops.
He does.
And there's that part in Infinity War where I almost cried. Almost.
Not enough. Never enough.
Here's from Anathea. Do you think you would revisit any other old unsolved cases you've done before and go more in depth? Yeah, well, there's a lot from early on that were, when the show in its infancy, it was a lot shorter. Like Black Dahlia merited it because how long was that original?
I think it was about 8 minutes. They were all pretty bite-sized in comparison to the episodes we're doing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there could be some other revisits down the line. I'm not going to rule it out, but I won't guarantee it. It's possible.
Okay, good to know.
That was a good non-answer, right?
Yeah.
This is JDM. Why the pronunciation change from the original to this one? Hodel versus Hodel.
Why, Ryan? Why?
Well, because I was a foolish man in the past. I'm a foolish man now, but I made a mistake. And
I think when we started this project, we got some notes where they were like, yeah, by the way.
It's Hodel, not Hodel. To be fair, it kind of looks like Hodel.
It does look like Hodel. Yeah. Also, Hodel feels like it rolls off the tongue more.
Yeah.
Oh, Georgie Hodel over there. Hodel.
And it rhymes with yodel, which makes me feel jovial.
Very funny. All right. Let's see here. Let's see.
This comes from Pricey So Nicey. That's fun. Why do you think she was murdered, she being the Black Dahlia? Do you think Hodel killed her to keep her quiet about something? It's possible. I mean, I don't think this guy was a guy who needed a lot of motivation. It seemed like this was part of something that had nothing to do with the victims.
Yeah, he was just a real bad person.
Yeah, he was a bad guy.
Little motivation.
Yeah, I don't really know if he had any motivation beyond that. I can't imagine that she had some information on him. Perhaps maybe if they were having some sort of affair, and she threatened to, I don't know, out some of the things that he was doing, maybe he would then kill her. But I'm gonna hang my hat on the idea that he's just a very disturbed man, and he didn't really need a lot of reason.
Yeah.
But
it's winter.
You're chapping up in the middle of the Q&A.
It's fine. It's IGTV. This one, it's looser, you know, hanging out. let's go over to Diva Sunglasses. What are some specific things that would make the case so easily solvable today? Did we touch on this in the episode? Did you say it would be more easily solvable today?
It would be more easily solvable, I think, even back then if they had just properly handled the evidence or not thrown it away.
Well, because we'd like to think that the authorities today are less corrupt. Like the LAPD is not owned by the mob.
No, they are not. They are not in the pocket of the mob. At least I don't think so. Normally when we talk about these older cases, it's DNA that comes into the fray as the thing that holds the case back. Obviously that would be helpful in this case. Scientific advances would be helpful, but it would also be helpful if the cops weren't corrupt. So, okay, let's go to hot core. Shane's head is bigger than usual.
Are you? What the?
That's question. It is a fact, though, and I appreciate facts.
My head is not growing anymore. My head's done growing. The doctors told me that.
They're wrong.
No, it's over. It's not going to grow anymore. My body's not going to grow anymore. I'm as tall as I can be, and my head's as big as it's going to get.
I'll tell you what. To this point, there is nothing we could do to fact check that statement. But starting today, I can wrap a tailor's tape, like measuring tape around your head,
just to see if
just to get a baseline figure of what his head's circumference is.
Maybe my neck's getting smaller. Maybe that's it.
Well, let's move on.
Yeah. It's my turn. Here's one from Panicked Cat. What's the most efficient way to kill someone? You know, hypothetically, winky face.
What are you? Is this person looking for tips?
That's outrageous. It's an airlock in space. You ever seen that?
Well, that takes time, though.
No, it doesn't. You idiot.
What?
It's the fastest way.
Are you
you have to be in space on a thing that has an airlock.
So that's inherently inefficient.
Yes, but it is, if they're saying, like, they're not imposing any...
If you're not friends with Elon Musk, then...
I'm saying they're asking the most efficient way to kill someone, and...
Is it instantaneous? Do you know that?
Have you ever watched Battlestar Galactica?
The fictional show?
Yeah.
The sci-fi program?
That's how they execute people on that show.
I think shooting someone in the head is probably the most efficient way.
But. Well, that you're gonna get blood everywhere. Airlock. So the person's in the airlock. The thing shuts between them. There's a window, and that thing is locked. And they're looking at you, going like, and then you just press the button.
I think we have a different definition.
They freeze and they become space junk.
What's the definition of efficient that we're going for?
Efficient would be quick, clean.
See, I don't know why I bring clean into that. I think just quickest. What's the quickest way to kill someone? That's how I interpret it.
We're not murderers. I'm just saying clean does factor. Like if efficiency also includes, I would assume, cleanup.
Well, if that is if cleanup is a factor in your definition of efficiency, then why wouldn't the fact that you need to be on a space shuttle also factor into that?
You just happen to be there.
I think we're talking about this in a hypothetical situation, but it's somewhat grounded in reality, you would say, right?
Not me. I'm up there. I'm not grounded at all. I'm in space, baby.
I feel like we spent entirely too much time on this. Okay, this comes from PK MHT Draman. Something doesn't fit. If Dr. Hodel was keeping short in the house where his family was, wouldn't someone hear her? You know what? They might have. Because if you recall in the episode when we talk about the tapes of surveillance that was done at the Hodel house, they did hear rustling around and what sounded like a woman screaming, so there you go. Maybe they did hear her.
Oh, well, great. So, do you ever get complaints because you and the Rowdy Boys?
Me and the Rowdy Boys?
Yeah.
I mean,
because that's a good indicator.
We're not that loud. You
guys are jammers.
We have spirited sessions of Smash Bros, but other than that.
Majestic Shadow asks, couldn't the FBI use their imaging software to make George's pictures more clear?
Yeah, I think they could.
Does that work? Is that a thing? I don't think that's a thing.
Well, I mean...
Are they talking about enhancing? Are they...
The whole picture thing is very strange to me because, like, if it's a picture of someone's face, it's either yes or no. I'm sure there's some facial recognition software that they could run through it, but that always was a little odd to me, too, that was even a point of contention.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Sorry I couldn't offer a better explanation or answer for that, but...
we don't know what kind of imaging software.
You know what show you're watching here. Okay?
It's BuzzFeed Unsolved.
Sam527. What kind of snack would you recommend for binge watching all the seasons of true crime? I think you know.
Did you forget who you're talking to here?
Yeah. You're talking to the Colonel Heads. The Colonel Heads stationed over
Original
here.
Colonel Heads. #1 Colonel Heads in the game.
Creators of Colonel Head Corner.
One day we'll own the official Twitter popcorn account. Currently being held hostage by some bot.
An imposter.
Yeah, who does not care about Colonel's one bit.
No, and they actually own the handle @popcorn.
I know they do.
It's unbelievable.
It's outrageous.
The fact that could happen under, I'm going to put ourselves partially at blame here, under our watch, it burns me up.
But, if you really want some choice popcorn, what you do, get a little whirly pop. I go whirly pop. Look, I'm a whirly pop man. I'm a whirly pop man.
I was a whirly pop man until I upgraded to an electronic system that actually operates the lever that turns the kernels.
Well, now I like being involved. I like putting in the work.
I like efficiency. It makes a perfect batch every time. It also has an air vent on the top where the steam comes out. You can put butter on it.
I know. You love your little vent with the butter.
And it melts the butter as the kernels are coming to fruition.
Yeah, I know.
It's like a big show. Like pop, 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 pop.
But you want to use some canola oil or some vegetable oil. I'm partial to olive oil.
I cook with coconut.
Some people
oil.
like coconut. I've heard that may be unhealthy. But
well, I've also heard that olive oil has a low smoke point, so that's that's actually not healthy at all. You may be giving yourself cancer.
Low smoke point, baby.
That
sounds good.
It's not a good thing.
Canola's good too, though.
Canola's good.
Canola's good if you want that sort of movie theater
classic
taste.
Movie
theater taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what you do is you get some super fine salt.
I have sea salt because I think it clings to the popcorn a little bit better.
It actually doesn't. You want to buy Morton's popcorn salt. They sell popcorn salt, which is regular salt but ground to a finer grain, and that actually clings to the popcorn better. So that's something you'll have to improve if you want to work on your game a little bit better.
You my method?
I am. And sea salt may be a little healthier. If you want to use that sea salt, what I suggest is you put it in a sort of a blender or a mixer, and that will actually grind it into a finer grain.
If you want to use his method, good thing about this is you could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You don't even need to find a receptacle to put the popcorn in because you already have a dunce cap with you, and you can put it in that because you're using his method.
That sounds kind of fun.
Yeah.
The little popcorn hat?
Yeah.
Oh, is that a dunce cap? I don't think so. It's my big old munching cone.
Yeah, munch out of it, put it back on.
Pretty good.
For its regular use. That's your turn.
Rita Z. Were there any female suspects that you thought were able to commit the crime?
From my research, I didn't find any.
No?
But it's not out of the realm of possibility. I know we cover a lot of weirdos and creeps on this show that are, for the most part, strictly male. But, I'm not going to put it out of contention that there may be some, female serial killers out there.
Like a Charlize Theron type?
Yeah, there's been, it's possible, but I haven't seen any research indicate that that's the case here.
Yeah, there's some freaky ladies out there in history.
Yeah.
Some murderers.
That's a quotable. There's some freaky ladies out there, huh? All right, I think that's a good part to wrap up the show.
Thanks for joining us here on IGTV.
Ooh, is that where we are right now?
Yeah, look around you.
Feels narrow.
Yeah. It's been fun to do a fun little one-off like this and revisit the cases. Thanks for submitting your questions. And if you are Chris Pine, hit
us up.
Hit us up. We'll do some.
And if you're pine nuts, if you're a pine nut out there, then hit us up too as well. I was pretty pleased.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that is pretty good. I was pretty pleased with Pine Time TV as well. So
I love that. Like prime time TV.
Exactly. Yeah. We're entering the era of Pine Time TV.
We'll see you later.